Hey guys, Blu-ray Gamer 22 here with another collection update. Now, I bought like quite a few things throughout this past month, so let me just start off with my Big Lots pickup. Now this is Face Off and Snake Eyes. This is a double feature. Saw them both. I definitely enjoyed Face Off quite a bit. Snake Eyes, I kind of watched it, but I was doing something else around my place. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed Face Off. It was very good, very entertaining. So if you ever find it, pick this up. Next is Prometheus. Now, as I mentioned before, I've always enjoyed this movie. I definitely can see the criticism, but I always enjoyed it. When I saw it like 3 years ago, uh, I've always I've been like wanting to pick this up, but I just never had the chance. And good thing I found it at Big Lots for $5. It was a no-brainer. I had to pick it up. Next is Management. Still haven't seen it, but I pretty much only bought it because it was 288. But yeah, looking forward to see this. The Gunman, Sean Penn. This one, the same thing. I really only picked up because it was 150. You can see the sticker in there. So yeah, I had to pick it up. Next is Phantom Racer. Now this is a DVD. Now I pretty much only picked this up because I really like the cover art. It's kind of cool. But yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I'm looking forward to. But yeah. Next is Muay Thai Giant. Another DVD. I pretty much picked it up because I know Nathan Jones. He used to be in WWE. If anyone remembers him, he was around like 2003. But yeah, he's been in a lot of movies. He's been in Troy. He's been in other low budget ones. He's been in a lot of Jet Li movies. So yeah, kind of had to pick it up. And I really enjoy combat sports. So yeah, I had to pick that one up. Okay, now these next few. Remember my Big Lots video? I told you that I passed to at the Dollar Tree that's near my Big Lots, and I did pick up quite a few things. And first off is Bad Boys. I saw this movie a couple of months ago on Netflix. I definitely enjoyed it. It's a good like Friday night, Saturday night movie. Definitely enjoyed it. Had to pick it up for $1. Next is WWE Superstar Collection Sheamus. It was $1. I'm a fan of WWE. Just had to pick it up for $1. Next is WWE No Way Out. Now this is 2007, I believe. And yeah, I really enjoyed this paper. It was pretty good for $1. Had to pick it up. I can't pass this up. And last but not least, Glass Jaw. This is a boxing movie. Still haven't seen it, but I am looking forward to. And I'm really a fan of boxing. It's probably my favorite sport. So I had to pick it up. I'm actually collecting boxing movies. Maybe in a few months I'm planning to do a boxing movie collection. Okay, so these next few, these I picked up at a local thrift store. First off is Mad Men season 1. Still haven't seen it, but I was actually planning on filming when I went to that thrift store, but when I went in, the movies were like right by the door, by the entrance, and across the hall from there was like where the checkout was, and in front of that was where everyone was lining up to buy things. So it was kind of awkward, to just film there. Everyone was staring at me. So yeah, I just decided to not film in there. But yeah, I picked this up. I picked Genma Wars: Eve of Mythology, and this is I believe volume 3 or movie 3. I'm not sure, but yeah. It was alright. The voice acting wasn't that great, but it did have some funny moments in there. I just wasn't expecting it. And this was actually, when I picked this up, this is actually sealed. So yeah, I had to pick it up. I'm big on anime. Next is Madagascar on DVD. Picked it up, on the same thrift store. A few months ago I picked up Madagascar 2 at Dollar Tree, and I still hadn't seen the first one. I searched if there was any streaming networks that had this one, but none of them had it. They had it, but you had to rent it. So yeah, I'm not gonna pay for rent. So I just picked it up at a thrift store that I found it at. It was like $3. And last but not least, Vacancy. Now you can actually tell they bought this at Walmart years ago. Whoever owned this before. But yeah, this was actually the only movie maybe when I was at checkout I was maybe considering leaving behind, but thankfully I didn't. This is by far the one that I enjoyed the most. It's like a low budget movie. Um, a couple go into a motel and they start watching horror movies, and they discover that the horror movies where they're being filmed is actually their room. So stuff kind of goes crazy then. But yeah, if you ever see this, maybe at a Big Lots or a thrift store or someplace, some of those places, pick this one up. It's definitely an enjoyable movie. Okay, so okay, now this one. Funny thing about this I picked up over a month ago at Dollar General, but I found it for like $15. It's Enter the Dragon. This is like some Ultimate Collector's Edition. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah. So found it for $15, and my plan at first was, when I was at the Dollar General, I looked at my phone how much it was going for, and it was at the time it was going for over $40. So at first I decided to, put it on eBay, but then I kind of wanted it too, so I made a deal with myself. I said if it doesn't sell by the end of the first listing, I'll keep it. And it didn't sell, so I got to keep it. And actually, a few weeks later, when I looked it up back again to see how the price was, I saw it dropped down. It was under $30. So I just imagine like a lot of people found it at their Dollar General and just started just picked it up, maybe try to sell it online. Now my last stack of movies, this I actually picked up at my local Dollar Tree, not the one near my Big Lots, but my local one. And I did pick up quite a few things that I've been going back there, maybe once a week. So first up is High Voltage. It was alright. It was like a singer. I think she gets struck by lightning, but she comes back and she needs, men. She kills men in order to keep her power going. It's an interesting concept, but it was just alright. I pretty much bought it because it had a slip cover. I'm a sucker for slip covers, so I had to get it. Next is Beyond Skyline. It was, from what I saw, it was alright. From some of the scenes were cool, but I was when I popped this in, it was like a Friday night. I was busy like organizing my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's another hobby I have. So I was kind of paying attention, but kind of not. Trying to reorganize them. But yeah, I'll maybe check this one. Try to watch this again just to properly see the movie. Next is SummerSlam 2010. Now this was the pay-per-view that John Cena buried the Nexus. You know, when this came out, I remember when this came out, I used to hate the Nexus, but now years ago, seeing back, and I kind of miss those days. They were kind of cool. A lot of them had potential. Sadly, most of them never made it. Pretty much Wade Barrett and Danny Bryan this time wasn't in the Nexus, but before then, a few weeks before that, he was. They were pretty much like the biggest, the biggest stars in this. Next is Run for the High Country. It was like a very low budget one. It felt like it was filmed with like a phone. So yeah, it was, for most of the story was all right. It's about like an Indian boy that his family gets killed by outlaws, and he's a marshal and he gets hung by them but not killed. So the Indian boy he rescues the marshal, and then they go on their way. I kind of saw this, but at the same time I was doing a few other things in my place, so I just didn't put full attention to this. So yeah, probably have to check it out again. Now this is Way of the Wicked. From what I read, it kind of seemed interesting, but it just kind of felt flat. I'm probably not gonna watch this again. So about like a kind of like a murder that moves into a small town. Yeah, but you can kind of read it. I kind of forgot what it's about, but yeah, maybe you can read it. I don't know. This camera's kind of crap, but it is what it is. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Still haven't opened it. I'm looking forward to watching this. I already have this movie. I owned it on DVD, but for $1, I had to pick it up. Can't pass this up for $1. Had to upgrade to the Blu-ray. Next is The Gangster. Still haven't seen it, but for $1 it kind of looked interesting, so had to pick it up. Next are my DVDs, the few that I picked up. First is Mirage Man. Now this is actually a Chilean movie. It's kind of like a kick. It reminds me of Kick-Ass. I don't know I think it came a little later though, But you know, this is a guy, an actual martial artist who decides to 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 be a vigilante, you know, beat up the criminals, and he can because he's an actual martial artist. So it's kind of interesting. The story is very, you know, it's kind of good for $1. You know, definitely if you ever see this one at Dollar Tree, pick this one up. The only thing, it is dubbed, so it's originally in Spanish, but this movie is dubbed, so it's kind of obvious. Next is The Price of Fame. No, Ted DiBiase. You know, love WWE. How to get it for $1. And last but not least is The Boat. You know, pretty much only bought this. The cover looks pretty cool. I don't know if you can see the glare, but you know, for $1, I had to pick it up. Now, I think that was about it for my update. So now I'm going to talk to you about this next month, September. You know, I recently been having troubles in my car. You know, like a week ago, I had to replace the tires. You know, that was $90. But now, you know, I have to fix it because the engine's all bad. You know, had the check engine light, you know, blinking. So you know, I'm gonna have to take it in for repairs. So I'm probably not gonna buy many things next month. I'm just gonna save money. But yeah, so maybe I'll go just a Dollar General, maybe. But yeah, the next one you maybe won't see too many things. Maybe I'll just upload maybe a few discussion videos. But yeah, so my update I'm just gonna push it towards the end of October. You know, October I'm planning on buying maybe a few things. But yeah, so that's my situation as of right now. So if you don't see any much videos in the coming weeks, you know that's why. This is why. So yeah, so for now that's about it. So please comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.